She is the perfect fit, I promise.
Did she even see you?
She was about to.
What are you doing?
From non-stop action flicks to musicals and thrillers, there was something for anyone who ventured into the black hole that was the animated movies in 2023. With how explosive animated films were in 2023, you might be wondering what the future holds for the genre as we head into the new year. Like a well-greased perpetual locomotive, we know things will only get better in 2024. So we've made a video on the impressive lineup of animated films you definitely want to keep an eye out for. Before we begin, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on our next video. While Disney and the MCU may have a chokehold on the live-action scene, when it comes to animated superhero movies, nobody does it quite like DC. Early into 2024, comic book fans will get the chance to see their beloved pages come to life in Justice League: Crisis on Infinite Earths. In this upcoming movie, audiences will get the chance to see a massive multiversal hero team up against the dreaded Anti-Monitor who threatens life in the multiverse as we know it. The movie is the first in a trilogy based on the Crisis on Infinite Earths storylines, and if it's anything like this comic, fans should brace up for surprising crossovers and endless battles. It almost seems like it was yesterday we watched Poe bumble his way into being the protector of the Valley of Peace. Just when we thought Poe's story as a dragon warrior had come to an end, the geniuses at DreamWorks decided to expand the legend of the Fat Panda with one more sequel in the franchise. Along with Master Shifu and the Furious Five, he has carried out his duty successfully. And now it's time to pass on the mantle of the Dragon Warrior, but a dangerous foe stands in his way. Poe's new enemy is aided by the spirits of his past enemies, so you know it's going to be one hell of a sequel. After bringing home the crown jewels as the voice behind Mario in the Super Mario Bros. Movie, Chris Pratt is about to do it again as the lasagna-loving cat Garfield. Most of us who grew up watching Garfield remember just how outlandish his adventures were when he was up to no good. It's been quite some time since the Monday-hating cat graced the theaters, so you might want to hold on to your popcorn because Garfield takes no prisoners. In the upcoming film, Garfield will have an unexpected reunion with his estranged dad, Vic, who will end up roping Gar and his best friend Odie into a hilarious high-stakes adventure. The film boasts an impressive cast of voice actors, including the talented Samuel L. Jackson, Hannah Waddington, Nicholas Hoult, and Cecily Strong. Have you ever wondered what happens to imaginary friends kids make growing up? If the thought has ever crossed your mind, then you might want to check out this animated fantasy comedy from the mind of John. With a fresh premise revolving around the existence of funny-looking imaginary creatures and witty one-liners, Ryan Reynolds was the only actor who could bring it home. From the trailer, Reynolds and his young neighbor, Bee, share the unique ability to see imaginary creatures who have been abandoned by their kids, so it's up to them to find new owners for their imaginary friends. Putting Reynolds aside, it has a star-studded cast that includes Steve Carell, Emily Blunt, Matt Damon, Maya Rudolph, Jon Stewart, Sam Rockwell, Awkwafina, and Vince Vaughn. If you're looking for some laughs and heartfelt moments, you need to hop aboard the If Train when it comes out on May 17th. After what seems like ages, we're finally getting a sequel to Pixar's critically acclaimed film Inside Out. Beloved by millions for its tender and honest portrayal of the children's feelings, we can't wait to see what Riley and her emotions have in store for us in Inside Out 2. It doesn't take a genius to predict the chaos Riley's new emotions will cause in headquarters as she goes from being a cute kid into a rebellious teenager. But we'll be there in June to see it as it happens. In an industry filled with a plethora of animated classics, the Despicable Me franchise needs no introduction. Illumination Studios really outdid themselves when they gave the world the felonious Gru and his obnoxious minions. After 2 sequels and a wildly successful spin-off, we will be heading back to cinemas in July to see what trouble Gru and his cute family have gotten themselves into this time. If previous films are anything to go by, Despicable Me 4 will be a roller coaster ride of emotions and uncontrollable fun. We never expected Gru to go from a cold villain to a loving father, but Despicable Me is full of surprises, which is what makes it a must-watch for anyone who likes to kick back and relax in 2024. As one of Nickelodeon's longest-running series, SpongeBob SpongeBob SquarePants has solidified its place in our hearts with 3 silver screen entries, and it looks primed to continue its streak in 2024. Unlike previous installments, this film will be steered by Bikini Bottom's resident squirrel Sandy Cheeks. She's sure to be joined by Patrick and SpongeBob on a quest to save their home when a mysterious company scoops Bikini Bottom out of the ocean. You definitely won't want to miss out on this certified hit when it comes out. With the recent lineup of live-action Transformer films, the franchise is sorely lacking in the animated department, but it's a good thing Transformers 1 comes out in September next year. The upcoming film will be a prequel that sheds light on the relationship between Optimus Prime and Megatron on their home planet of Cybertron. With a voice cast that includes Chris Hemsworth, Scarlett Johansson, and Brian Tyree Henry, it's going to be one hell of a film when it comes to cinemas in September. When it comes to nonsensical plots, popular characters, and crazy adventures, nobody does it like Warner Bros. Looney Tunes, and come 2024, they will be staging an assault on the box office with The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie. If you love the last Space Jam featuring LeBron James, then you need no convincing to see what the Warner Bros. Have cooked up for us next year. This upcoming film is all about the epic team-up between Daffy Duck and Porky Pig after they discover a nefarious alien plot to take the world over via mind control. The film will be the first fully animated Looney Tunes film to receive a theatrical release, and it stars Eric and Bob as Daffy and Porky. 2017's Paddington 2 was a cinematic revelation that introduced a younger audience to the marmalade-loving mammal, and Paddington in Peru is supposed to be the film that continues its legacy. None of us would have thought that a raincoat-wearing bear would put smiles on our faces, but here we are in 2023 anticipating Paddington's return to the box office. As the title suggests, Paddington is headed off to Peru to meet Aunt Lucy and his uncle after years of being away from his real family. Anyone looking to learn more about this lovable talking bear will be seated in theaters in November. It looks like 2024 is the year of prequel, as fans are getting a prequel to Disney's massively successful film, The Lion King. The project is being directed by award-winning American filmmaker Barry Jenkins, who had a lot of great things to say about the movie at Disney's D23 Expo last year. The film has an ensemble voice cast that includes Aaron Pierre, Calvin Harrison Jr., John Caney, Bill Eichner, and Seth Rogen. If Mufasa, the Lion King, is anything like the original, we expect it to be a visual odyssey with a storyline that tugs on our heartstrings. Hold on to your rings, because The Blue Blur will be headed to cinemas near you in 2024. If you're taking bets for the animated film to surpass the Super Mario Bros. Movie, then our money is on Sonic 3. Paramount Pictures has a lot riding on the Shadow the Hedgehog's live-action debut, and fans can't keep their excitement. The only bad thing about the project is the fact that we now have to wait until Christmas to see the epic clash between Sonic and Shadow. Nonetheless, December 20th is going to be a memorable day for video gamers who have been anticipating the Ultimate Lifeform's live-action debut. We have a lot of hope that 2024's animated lineup is going to surpass all expectations, and we can't wait for these movies to start rolling out next year. Which of these movies are you more hyped for in 2024? Let us know in the comments below.